Okay, that might be everybody that's going to come back into the session. So yeah, it did not preserve the breakout rooms. I had a feeling it wouldn't. I might see about getting some funds from the school to upgrade so that we can have longer sessions. And I think next time I'm just going to do breakout rooms right away. So we'll just start with that next time. We might also go to Wednesdays and Thursdays. You know, they wouldn't be required for everybody to go each day, but you know, just to get the most number of people interacting with each other and sharing ideas and information, I think might be a good way to go. Okay. So you all had a little time to interact today with some of your teammates on some of the different events. Does anybody have any questions that you talked about and want to ask me about?
I noticed that there is like a Wikipedia page for like a wiki page for like Science Olympiad, like a lot of things. Are those reliable?
Huh, that's a good question. I'm going to write myself a note to look at that. I think there, so are you talking about the Science Olympiad wiki pages?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are actually, but let me look up a bit more information about those. But I think one of the parent coaches from last year pointed me to those and said those could be a good source of information too. So let me look that up and I'll send you guys an email about that.
Can we use Wikipedia?
You mean in terms of compiling notes?
Yes.
In general, it's okay to do that for science topics because mostly the people who are writing the science Wikipedia pages know what they're talking about. You know, there's usually not a lot of misinformation on there. But you know, if you have questions about where to find some, you know, specific information, I might be able to point you to some more helpful websites. Depending on, you know, if you can make your question as specific as possible, like I'm looking for information on this aspect of my event or my topic, I might be able to help you out there.
What are the maximum amount of notes that you can have?
It depends on the event. Some don't really allow you to have any. Others allow you to have a binder with a certain number of pages. But that's one thing I had to check out. In fact, I was talking in one of the breakout rooms, I was talking to a couple people about, I'm not really sure how they're going to do that this year because everything is virtual. So somebody could be sitting there with a binder, you know, this big, full of information, and no one would know it, right? So I don't know exactly how they're going to limit the size of or the number of notes, pages of notes that each contestant or participant has. I'm going to check into that. So that's another thing I wrote myself a note to do.
Are there notes allowed for Rhodes Scholar and meteorology?
Meteorology for sure. Rhodes Scholar, I'm not sure about that. Is anybody here who did Rhodes Scholar last year? No? Okay. Well, I know we put together a binder of material last year, but that wasn't for use during the event. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. Let's see. I happen to have the handbook for Rhodes Scholar here, but that's just an introduction. It's not really telling me anything about the event itself. Yeah. All right. Let's check over here.
I think there's like a rules manual and you can sign up to get that and it's free.
Oh yeah, Sid, where would you sign up for it?
I think there's a spot in the Science Olympiad store and then it just asks you to fill in some information.
So you can actually get it for free. Wow. All right, let's see. This is Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, wait a minute. I have a couple of chats here. When's the Harvard Brown thing? Okay, so the Harvard Brown thing is on January 31st. And Sophia's asking if there's a 2021 bird list. Good question, Sophia. I don't know the answer to that one. I have not looked into the ornithology for 2021 bird list. Okay. All right, so let's see. What was I going to look up here? There we go. All right. Oh. Okay, Rhodes Scholar 42. It's gonna take a little while. Oh, almost. $52. 44. 42. Okay, here we go. So let's see. Am I sharing? No, I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share this. Let me make sure I do that. Okay. So let's see. Description, events, parameters. The teams may bring 2 standalone, non-programmable, non-graphing calculators, protractors, rulers, other measuring devices. Oh, that's right. You can have a USGS map symbol sheet. Hard copies of other information in any form and from any source, along with colored marking devices consistent with colors. Oh, okay. So yeah, the binder that we started to put together for that last year, I guess, is for use during the event. I didn't realize that. So yes, you can have a binder with a lot of information in it for Rhodes Scholar, apparently. So that's good.
What about Dynamic Planet?
Dynamic Planet. It couldn't be nice and make this alphabetical, could they? Well, they sort of did. I don't know how Rhodes Scholar ended up in 42 and then these other things. Oh, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Dynamic Planet, 14. All right, so each team may bring 1 2-inch or smaller 3-ring binder as measured by interior diameter, sheet protectors, lamination, labels are permitted. If the event features a rotation through a series of laboratory stations, it doesn't. No material may be removed from the binder throughout the event. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's a limit on the number of sheets that you have, just the 2-inch or smaller 3-ring binder. But again, we have to keep in mind, you know, we're not actually physically going to a location to take this. We'll all be doing it from, yeah, Rylan, it is on Zoom. So we'll all be doing it from, you know, our homes. And so there's really, you know, there's no way to sort of enforce this or police it. So I really have to ask the organizers what they're planning to do. And I'll have to get back to you guys on that.
What about food science?
Sure, we can check it out. But again, it may be a moot point, you know. Participants will answer questions. Each participant may bring 1 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, sealed by tape or laminated, that may contain information on both sides in any form from any source without any annotations or labels affixed. Okay, and a standalone non-programmable non-graphing calculator. May bring any or all of the items recommended lab equipment. Okay, so that's not going to apply, obviously, because they're not doing the lab part of it. So yeah, that looks like another one where you could potentially, had one of my friends show up. Here she is. yeah, that's another one where you could bring some notes, but it looks like just one page. But right, if you're sitting at home, they're not going to know if you have one page or you have a binder. So let me just say this: those kinds of questions, a lot of them can be answered by looking at this document, which is shared on the BMS Science Olympiad Google Drive. You guys can all access that, right? Somebody chime in and say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So you can look this up. Now, this is for 2021. You can see that. So it is for this year. Let's see. Someone asked about a bird list for ornithology. So that's that.
I have already found that on the PDF.
Oh, you found it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very good. Oh, that's Sophia. Sorry, Sophia. All right. Well, that's good news. Was it in here? In this?
Yes.
It was. Okay. Six. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yep. 2021 National Bird List. Cool. All right. So are there any other questions right now?
Nope.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. You might have noticed that I did figure out how to stop somebody from scribbling on the screen if I share it. So I don't know who was doing that last time, but shame on you. Don't do that anymore to anybody. But I figured out how to disable it anyway. But yeah, let's see. Next week.
Is the Zoom meetings always going to start at 4:30?
No. They'll start at 4. I just my son Nick, he had to go into he had to be in quarantine for 2 weeks because one of his classmates had tested positive. So today was the day that he got out of quarantine, and I could only see him in the afternoon. So I just made the meeting a little bit later. So I'll have him tomorrow and all weekend, but I really haven't gotten to see him much. So I wanted to see him today while I could. He was with his mom. So anyway, no, the short answer is we will meet at 4 o'clock. And I'm thinking of meeting maybe on Wednesdays and Thursdays until Harvard happens. Okay, because that'll give us more time to interact and ask questions and stuff. All right, so is there anything else for today?
Could you please review the rules for crime busters and disease detectives?
Well, Mia, like I said, you can look that up on this shared document, which is on the Google Drive for BMS Science Olympiad. Okay, but just
What is it called?
what's it called? It's called Science Olympiad Division B or Div B rules. Can you see this? Am I sharing my screen? I'm not anymore. All right, now I am. So it's called Science Olympiad Div B Rules 2021 for web.pdf. So what did you say, disease detectives?
Or that you, yeah. Is that in Google Drive, right?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Let's see. It says it's shared with everybody, but I will try it again. Let's see. Let's see.
Can you also put the link to the actual drive in the chat, please? Thank you.
Yep. Let's see, 2021. Okay. There we go. All right. So if you couldn't see it before, you hopefully should be able to see it now. And I'm sorry, what was the other request?
Can you put the link for the Google Drive into the chat, please? Thank you.
The Google Drive? Sure. Well, I'm not sure that it's really gonna.
No, because it only to your own personal drive. If you share
Yeah.
that link.
Right. If you go to your drive, then and click on shared with me, like I did here, just there, then you should see these documents that I've shared.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Anything else? Okay. So let's definitely plan on meeting Wednesday next week at 4 p.m. Like I said, I'll do the breakout rooms right away so we don't waste any time on that. And meanwhile, I will look up answers to these questions that you guys have asked about online, what resources you can have with you while you're taking the test, and also about wiki pages on Science Olympiad. If you think of anything else, just shoot me an email, okay? All right, unless there's anything else, I'll go ahead and end.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.